Keenan Allen is officially a game time decision tonight, and reports have said if he does play, he would be limited. So, do you play him? And if you don't want to play him, who are some people that you can play over him? I'm going to give you a list of people here, and I'm also going to talk about Justin Herbert as well. So if you like this content, please like and subscribe. Really appreciate it. Let's go ahead and get into it. So there's already no Mike Williams in this game. Well, I guess he hasn't officially been ruled out, but it's looking like he won't play. Austin Eckler is expected to play. He's going to have a ton of targets in this game. So fire up Eckler if you have him. With Keenan Allen, do you trust him playing tonight? Now, I'm not going to make the decision for you. Me personally, I like to play it safe than sorry, right? This is a short week. If this was a full week, I'd feel good about playing Keenan Allen. But with it being on a shorter week, he was a little bit banged up in the last game. I am a little bit concerned. So these are a list of people that I would play over him. So this is the full list right here of people that I feel comfortable playing over him this week. Now, obviously, if you're not concerned, if you're like, I think this is just coach talk, like it's kind of happened before. Like, remember Aaron Jones, that Thursday night game? I'll never forget it. Was emergency situations, then he goes in and plays a lot. So if you're not concerned, I put him here right in between A.J. Brown, Calvin Ridley, number 6 on my ranking. So that's where, if you're not concerned at all, I would put him there, play him over all these other guys. Now, if you are a little concerned, these are guys that I feel pretty confident in starting him over. These are solid, like wide receiver 1s, wide receiver 2s that I feel good about this week. All these guys here. Now, when we get down a little bit, this is the list of guys that I wouldn't recommend, but if you want, like if you're not confident in him at all, these are some guys that I feel okay about going into next week. So this week we have Nelson Aguilar. There's no like certain order that these guys are in. I just basically thought of some guys and put them down. Nelson Aguilar, feel good about him. Sterling Shepard, feel good about him against Cleveland. DJ Chark, Baltimore might be missing some of their cornerbacks this week. I feel good if they do. Antonio Brown, I don't feel good about that, but I do think in full PPR, full point PPR, they should be able to pass the ball against Atlanta. They should be able to. We'll see what happens. But A.J. Brown, CeeDee Lamb, I don't feel great about it. I personally wouldn't. I would just roll the dice on Keenan Allen, but he's somebody that is seeing targets, seeing work, so if you like him, go with him. Tyler Lockett, I'd rather just roll the dice on Keenan Allen here. Tyler Lockett has not been good as of late. He has like 2 massive blow-up games, and the rest of the games are not very good. Jarvis Landry, I do like Jarvis Landry this week. Has a good matchup in the slot versus New York Giants. Marvin Jones, what happens with Stafford? Does Stafford play? I don't think so. And he's going to see shadow coverage from Malcolm Butler. I don't really like Marvin Jones. Brandon Cooks, tough matchup against Indianapolis. Corey Davis, his ceiling's probably going to be limited due to them crushing Detroit. Like, I expect them to just run all over Detroit, and he's not going to have a big ceiling because of that. Not Corey Davis. Yeah, Corey Davis. I guess the matchup's great. Whatever you decide. And then Tyron Johnson. I do think I like him as a play this week, especially if Keenan Allen is actually ruled out of the game. We already have Mike Williams looking like he's ruled out. If those 2 guys are ruled out, I do think he's a pretty solid play this week. And then let's talk about Justin Herbert. These are quarterbacks that I would start over Justin Herbert right now, for sure. Now down here, these are ifs. You be the judge on what you want to do. I do feel good about Big Ben, though. I think this is a bounce back week for them. I did say that last week and it wasn't, but against Cincinnati, come on. They got to be able to have some offense. Matt Ryan, the offense just isn't as good when Julio is out. I don't think Julio plays this week. That's why he wasn't over here. So Matt Ryan. Phillip Rivers, you have a decent floor with Phillip Rivers. It's just not a big ceiling, but he's going to be a guy who is going to score around like 17 points, I feel like, 16 in that range. And I think that's pretty easy for him. I don't think there's big ceiling, but there's a pretty decent floor. Kirk Cousins, he did have a good game against Chicago last time, but does it happen again? I'm not sure, but Kirk Cousins in the maybe range. Nick Mullins, yes, I do like Nick Mullins in this matchup. A great matchup. Somebody who passes a lot. It just doesn't get touchdowns. But Nick Mullins, could he get some touchdowns this week? Maybe. Derek Carr in the maybe range. What Derek Carr are we going to get? Good Derek Carr? Bad Derek Carr? Not really bad Derek Carr, just the team doesn't play well. So what Derek Carr do we get? And then Baker Mayfield, I don't expect this to be a high volume game, so I don't feel too good about it. But if you want to go Baker Mayfield. Sure, the rest of the guys I wouldn't really go. Cam Newton, tough matchup. Tua, tough matchup. Like, I don't feel good about those guys. These are the maybes, but definitely these guys. Jalen Hurts is at the bottom of the list. I do like Jalen Hurts this week. So, with that being said, if you have any other questions, leave in the comments below. We'll answer any questions you have. Thank you. We will be live tonight from 7 to 8:30 answering all your questions. Make sure you tune in. See you, everybody. Good luck this weekend.